Following the surprise discovery of a large Japanese task force southeast of the Shortland Islands, Admiral Fletcher, aboard USS Saratoga, ordered the launch of every available aircraft against the encroaching fleet, hoping to engage it before nightfall. While not at full strength, Saratoga's bombing squadrons nevertheless delivered a crippling blow to the enemy, sinking one heavy cruiser and severely damaging the battleship Kirishima and a second heavy cruiser. Unwilling to let the enemy force slip away in the early evening hours, Admiral Kincaid, commanding Task Force 1, charged into the slot, pursuing the stricken battleship and her escort northwest into the steadily growing darkness. Hello, welcome back to War on the Sea. It is September 6, 1942, 1800 hours, 6 p.m. basically, and I'll go over the situation across the map before we dive into the action. We'll start over in Australia again. Task Force 44, loaded up with engineering and fuel, is headed to Guadalcanal Island to help get this port up to level 3. I'm hoping to do that like all in one big, bring a bunch of engineering supply and fuel over here and just upgrade it twice right away real quick. Task Force 10, as soon as I get close enough to Cairns, we're going to load up with supplies and move them to Guadalcanal Island as well. Task Force 42 is on its way back to Australia. Let's see, Milne Bay, we have about 10,000 troops, 15,000 supplies here. We're going to wait until a little later to go against Buna. I think I need more of the U.S. Navy over here, or some naval presence before we do that. I am tired of this sub here. This is the same sub that's been here forever. So we're going to, guess what we're going to do? We're going to launch some Mitchells, and we're going to load them up with some depth charges, all 6 of them, and go after this sub and sink it. Strike Force from Saratoga is on its way back to the Saratoga after delivering a butt-kicking up here with this task force. Task Force 1 is charging into the New Georgia Sound. I'm going to go chase that task force down. Hopefully I can catch it and kill the rest of them. Task Force 2 is just chilling out here over in the New Georgia Sound, over by, well, New Georgia. I think we're going to keep them there so that in the morning we can use Saratoga's aircraft to cover any task force that we need to, specifically Task Force 1, since I plan on moving them up close to the Shortland Islands. We'll see how far they have to go to get that task force. Here's Santa Isabel and what it looks like. It looks about the same, 6,000 troops, 10,000 supplies. Probably going to be running some more supplies over there pretty soon. Task Force 11, they're just sitting here. I'm not sure what to do with them yet because I don't have enough supplies to move around. Task Force 12 is on its way back to New Hebrides. So is the Kingfish and these other tankers. And Task Force 31 with the Enterprise is on its way to Guadalcanal Island. And then from there it will be headed up to New Georgia most likely. And that's pretty much it. So as we head into darkness, again, Task Force 1, they're going to be moving up into the New Georgia Sound and chasing that Japanese task force, and I'm really hopeful that I can catch it, because a couple of those ships are crippled, like the battleship and the heavy cruiser. They're barely moving, so we want to finish them off. I don't think, if I wait till the morning, I don't think I'm going to be able to find them. So Task Force 1 is going to chase them. Task Force 2 I think I'll just leave them right about here. And that's it. I will come back when something of interest comes up. Alright, the B-25s have arrived. Let's go tactical. And I'm going to pause, and right away we're going to get down to, 1,600 feet depth charges. Let's go probably 500 feet or so, and crank up the speed, and then we should be able to see that sub here shortly. There it is, right over there, I believe. Yep. So let's mark it as a target and go after it. And then tell them to attack. Okay, now that's how I guess you kill a sub. Just bring a bunch of depth charges. It didn't even, the depth charges just went off immediately as soon as they hit the water. And the report said critical damage, critical flooding, and yeah, it was all over after that. So nice work, B-25s. Let's head back to Port Moresby. Job well done. Okay, I think this could be it. Task Force 1 has an encounter. They're right here. I think I may have caught up with that Japanese task force. Of course, this could also be a submarine, but I'm pretty sure it's the task force. I'm really excited. Let's look at Task Force 1. Now, normally I'd put them in line ahead, but I want all of my guns. I want to bunch them up so that I can use all of my guns right away. That's kind of the formation I'm looking for, so that wherever they find themselves in relation to the Japanese fleet, you know, if they're near them, they're all near them instead of just a few of them and then I have to wait till they come in. This is what I want. I want the 2 destroyers in the back though, 7 and 8. So basically I'm going to put all my heavy cruisers up front, probably heavy cruisers in 1, 2, 6, and 5. Light cruisers around that, and then the destroyers in the back. Alright, I think this is what I want. Heavy cruiser in 1 and 2. Also in 5 and 6. Destroyers in 7 and 8, and then heavy cruisers everywhere else. I think that's what I want. Let's begin. And hopefully this is what we're looking for. I don't see anything. Alright, if we do see subs... No, it's the Japanese fleet! And they're already fighting. This is pretty much what I was looking for. Alright, I'm going to stop, tell everyone to... Or maybe I should just let them go ahead and fire. I'm going to go ahead and let them fire. I just want to make sure that they're all shooting at the battleship first, which is number 5, it looks like. Let's have them all target the battleship. Now, the Selfridge and the McDougal, I'm going to have them peel off and leave. I don't really need them in this fight. I don't want them damaged. And I'm also thinking about possibly protecting Pensacola as much as possible. She has some damage. Not that much, but they'll be probably going after her. Don't know, but let's target... Let's go ahead and target the battleship and get it out of here. Alright, I have the Selfridge and the McDougal peeling off to port. The rest of them, I had to take them off fire at will. They have their radar on, but they wanted to shoot HE. That ain't gonna happen. So they're all shooting their secondaries and their primaries AP at the Congo. Hopefully we can sink her real quick. And then move on to the heavy destroyer, heavy cruiser. Well, that didn't take long. Congo has sunk. Where is that heavy cruiser? We're going after her next. I think she's number 6. No. She was number 4. Alright, everybody target the heavy cruiser. If we can, if it's in range. Alright, that's it for the heavy cruiser. We actually suffered our own loss, the Brooklyn. The Brooklyn was sunk. Here's the Brooklyn. She suffered a magazine explosion, a massive one. I saw the hit. I didn't get it, though, on a shot, but I saw it, and it was gigantic. And they just, I think the Congo class got a lucky hit on her, and she just exploded with that magazine hit. There's not much left. Let's go after that thing and destroy it now. That'll be fun. Alright, light cruiser's down, as you can see. She's sinking. Let's look and see what's left on the left here. We got one. I think let's go after the destroyers. Number 7, 8, and 9. Let's do that. Which one is the closest? Let's hit number 9. I think that's the target now anyway, but I want to make sure that everyone's firing at number 9. Actually, I'm gonna put them all fire at will. I think all that's left are small targets, and we'll just have them use their HE shells to hit those, and I'll let them fire whoever they want to fire at. Alright, final report from this engagement here. We gained 19 command points. We sank everything in the task force, including the injured Congo class. It wasn't the Congo. We killed the Congo earlier. There's a sister ship of hers. We'll take a look at it in a bit. The damaged heavy cruiser, the carrier, the float plane carrier, and 3 destroyers and 3 cargo vessels. And again, we lost the Brooklyn, unfortunately, but I think that was only about 9 command points. We can get her back easily. We didn't really sustain much damage. The McDougal, that's from before. I don't see much. Oh, the Philadelphia had a little minor damage, but that's it. All right, let's leave. And here's the Task Force 1. You know what? What time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock at night. Task Force 1 still has one more goal. I'm not sure how much ammo they have. Oh, they have plenty of ammo left. Guess what we're going to do? Let's go reduce the airfields at Soloman Islands. That's what I want to do. And that will be pretty much the end for Task Force 1. They'll probably have to go back to New Hebrides or Guadalcanal Island to rearm. But we're going to get over there, and I'm going to try and reduce this as much as possible. We're going to basically use all of our ammo for that, and then leave the area. And then we'll have 2 aircraft carriers to take care of the situation in this area after that, until I can get Task Force 1 back and rearmed. Alright, 2,200 hours and a giant American fleet has arrived off the Soloman Islands. And we're going to do some shore bombardment. And hopefully I've reduced... Yes, I have. Let's do it again. One more time I think should be sufficient. And hopefully we reduced... Let's see. Yeah, it was airfield level 4. How much more ammo do we have here? We have a little bit left. I mean, I could do it one more time maybe, but I think that reduces it enough. That eliminates a lot of the land-based float plane bombers that are there. Now it's only level 2. I might want to keep some of their ammo around just in case I need it. They got 300. That's enough for probably another engagement. So I'm going to get Task Force 1 out of there. Let's get them back to this area, and then we'll either have them go to shore. They'll probably have to go back to New Hebrides, to be honest, to rearm. And hopefully that's the last time. Okay, let's continue on. Alright, 5 a.m. September 7th. Search aircraft are all up. I did decide to add to my regular rotation 3 Catalinas. Headed out west over the Coral Sea. Not too far, just a little bit. Give me a little bit of notification if something does come. Task Force 31, the Enterprise, is at Guadalcanal Island. It's on its way up to the New Georgia Sound. Task Force 1 is here currently and is on its way back. Task Force 2, I think I'm going to have them move back slightly. And what else is going on? I think not much else. These two are headed to... Well, these two are headed to Guadalcanal Island. This one's headed back to Cairns. And that's it for now. I'm going to let it go and see if we... Oh, right. Kingfish is almost home. This C3, as soon as it gets home, we're going to... I think we'll probably have it repair and then get another one. So, anyway, that's what's happening. Let's... I'm going to let it roll here, and I'll be back when something interesting comes up. Okay, I have some Japanese bombers coming in to try and their luck against Task Force 1. I did launch some Wildcats, and they're on their way. I just want to make sure that they're moving at full speed toward, which they're not, towards Task Force 1. Need to get them over there as quickly as possible because it's probably where they're going to appear. Where are we? Yeah, there they are. These are... looks like torpedo... No, they're regular bombers. Okay. So we need to get these ships, probably Salt Lake City, probably have it turned. Same with Indianapolis. Portland, we'll have it turn the opposite direction. Same with Philadelphia. Alright, I think that's it for the air attack. Let's take a look and see the report. They've lost... Okay, we lost 1 aircraft. That's unfortunate. And they lost 6. I don't think they scored a hit on our task force, so we'll keep the... I sent up half the Wildcats. We'll keep them... Oh, actually, I sent up 14, so I don't think I lost any aircraft. Interesting. Well, they're going to stay up and cover this area until the rest of the Japanese float plane bombers come and try their luck. Now, there's a few more bombers, it looks like. These look like they're float plane bombers, Jakes or whatever. Let's begin. They're going to try it again. We're right over our task force. So we'll just wait until we see them. There they are. That was quick. There was only 2 of them. And the Wildcats dispatched them rather quickly. I think there was only 2. Let's see if there's any others. Anti-aircraft is still coming up. No, there's that. That's it. Alright. We'll retreat and continue going with what we're doing. How much endurance? They got 265 nautical miles of endurance left. A couple hours probably. Alright, continuing. So far nothing else, but our search aircraft really haven't hit their areas yet. But maybe we'll find something here later today. We'll see. I don't know. We've pretty much shot down most of their bombers from their land-based bombers. We destroyed that task force. I mean, what else do they got? We'll see. Okay, the Sunderland came across this task force. I think this is the same one that was right over here, right off the coast of Santa Isabel yesterday. See if I can take a look and see what these are. I think it's the destroyer and destroyer escort, which it looks like it is. Yep, I'm going to ignore that. Don't really care about that. Maybe I'll send... Actually, we do have some bombers here. We could send up some Catalinas to torpedo them. Ooh, the Havocs maybe. Probably not the Catalinas, not for the destroyers. I don't even know if it's worth getting our Havoc shot up for them. I'm going to let them go. I don't really care about them, honestly. Looks like we picked up some more target practice. The Sunderland, this looks like a merchant, perhaps. Let's take a look. And see what we can see. It's probably a lone merchant, which we're going to blow to smithereens if we can see it. I am not seeing it. There it is. Yep. Nothing with it. So we will happily sink this thing. Where are we? Where is it? It's right here. Don't know where they're going, but when we are through with them, it'll be to the bottom of the Solomon Sea. We have Mitchells here, Air Cobras. How far is this? 200 miles. Let's just send the Air Cobras up and strafe it. Probably a couple. Actually, let's send, yeah, just a couple with a couple Lightnings as escort. Alright, looks like the Air Cobras have made it to target. Let's jump in here and go find this freighter and just, there it is right there. Right on top of it. Target. Swing around. Let's go down to about 350 feet. We'll slow way down. Okay, mission accomplished. The freighter is down. It's going down anyway. And we're on... I was thinking we might go back to base, but then I also thought there is another fleet out here. Says it's 1 destroyer, 2 destroyer escorts. That's probably what it is. I'm going to have that Lightnings go check just to see if that is correct. Here come those fighters. How much endurance they got? They got 25 miles left, so they're going to have to leave real soon. Lightnings. Let's take a look and see what this is real quick. I think if it's just the typical destroyer surface fleet, we're probably just going to ignore it. Yep. Alright. We will head back home. We'll have the Air Cobras return to base, and the Lightnings will cover them. Alright, Kingfish has made it back. Actually, the C3 that's damaged has made it back. Let's select it and have it release repair. And then, how many command points we got? 26 command points. And the Kingfish, we need to have it Rearm ships. Okay, it's rearmed. You know, it's still carrying supplies from... I had it pick up supplies from New Hebrides, and I never dropped them off. Well, let's have them drop it off this time. We'll have them head back to Guadalcanal Island. Drop off those supplies. Also, Enterprise has arrived. I'm going to, I think, have them hang out near Task Force 2. And we're going to rename this to Task Force 3. Alright, 2200 hours on 7th of September. So we're at 10 p.m. It's dark. And, oh, it looks like Task Force 42 has finally reached Cairns. What do we have in Cairns? We do have some troops and supplies and engineering. In Task Force 42, troop ships and some supply. We might as well load it up. I'm going to leave the troops here. I'm just going to send the Jenkins out, supplies, and with a bunch of supplies, and they are also going to go to Guadalcanal Island. Alright, what else is happening? We got both carrier task forces here. I did change out, I put Enterprise in Task Force 2 and Saratoga in Task Force 3. And I do want to switch out the, which one is it? The Porter, I think, here, with another Fletcher-class destroyer whenever I can. And probably send Porter over to Task Force 11. Saratoga has 27 Wildcats, 19 Dauntless, 10 Avengers. I think she's going to stay out here for a while. And let's see, Kingfish is on its way. Task Force 12 is almost returned. And that's pretty much it. We're going to get through the night and see what happens in the morning on September 8th. Alright, September 8th, 5:22 in the morning, and the Japanese have already launched their land-based bombers. We're sending up some Wildcats, about 20 of them, to meet them. And let's go ahead and begin. And they're right here. What kind of bombers are these? These are just regular bombers here. Hopefully we can blast them out of the sky before they get over our ships. Okay, I think that was it. There was a couple, maybe 2 or 3 of those torpedo bombers that were carrying regular bombs, and then a couple of float plane bombers. They've all been swatted out of the sky. And the Enterprise's combat air patrol did well. They're going to stay airborne throughout the morning to make sure that we intercept anything that comes our way. Well, it's almost 4 p.m. in the afternoon on September 8th, and nothing. I have seen nothing happen on this day. Here's what it looks like. We still have Task Force 3 and 2 here, covered by the Wildcats. Nothing has come over. I launched some lightnings just to have something to do. I've already shot down a couple of float planes that were going after my Sunderlands. These 3 task forces on the way to Guadalcanal Island. This is their current positions. Here's the Kingfish. Here's Task Force 1, which is almost back to New Hebrides. And we have a sighting up here. I'm going to see what this is. It says it's possibly an oiler. So, you know, more target practice is always good. There it is right there. And sure enough, it's a this isn't an oiler, it's a transport, right? Yep, here it is. It's I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but it is a merchant vessel. So I guess we'll send out a few more P-39s to go get it. We'll retreat, and it's right out here in the northern Solomon, and it's probably about 200 miles away. Something like that. No, 358. That means the P-39s aren't going to reach it. How about some lightnings? I think they might be able to. Yeah, let's send out a couple of them. Actually, we'll send out 3 just in case we got jumped by some fighters. Make it 4. What are they doing there? I got 12 of them here just sitting here doing nothing. So let's give them some action. And we have another one. Another unescorted... What are the Japanese doing? Unbelievable. Another unescorted merchant vessel. There it is right there. Yep. Well, we'll blast that one too. I'm going to send up some... Probably... Actually, I have some lightnings in the air, don't I? Pretty sure I already do. Yeah, they're right here. So let's see, how far is this away? 214 miles. They have... Oh yeah, they have plenty of endurance, so we'll send them up and scrap that merchant vessel as well. Alright, we've located this one. Let's jump into the P-38s. And there it is right there. We'll get down to about 400. And form up into line ahead. Well, we lost a P-38 to a freighter, which is unfortunate, but we got the job done, and it's on the way to the bottom, and it's time to leave. Let's have them go back, return to base. Actually, Mag, go ahead, we'll have them return to base. I still am looking for the one over here. Hoping I can find it. There it is, right there. Let's get in to the lightnings. And there she is right below us. Target her. Move down to 400 feet, and then we will form up 100 feet apart, and then we'll circle around and hit it from the stern. Alright, one pass was enough for that one, and it's going down as well. One big explosion, and it's over. As are we. Let's... Well, we're over with this. We're done with this engagement. Let's retreat and head back home. Lightnings, return to base. And now we're up to 30 command points. 30 command points. So when we get our command points from the weekly command points, I believe this should tell us how many we're getting, I think. Yeah, 118, so we should have 150 to spend, thereabouts, something like that. Oh, looks like the Kingfish has arrived at Rental Island. Let's have it unload its cargo. Unload those supplies. And we shall... Oop, I keep doing that. And we'll have the Kingfish probably head back up to the Rabaul area. I think that's where it's going to find most success. That's what I think. So we'll bring it back up to here. Well, at least we'll start there, and then we'll adjust. This I've already looked. It's the same. It's a destroyer, 2 destroyer escorts. Don't care. Okay, so it's, what, a little after 5 p.m. and not a whole lot going on. These are the 3 task forces on their way to Rental Island. Task Force 2 and 3 are still here, and Task Force 1 has almost returned back to New Hebrides. Alright, we had some, I think these are Oscars that were chasing our Sunderlands. I launched 12 Kitty Hawks, P-40s, and I have some P-38s closing in. They saw the Kitty Hawks coming, and they tucked tail and ran. I don't know how they can tell how many aircraft I have. I can't tell how many they have. But as soon as they saw my P-40s, they're like, we're out of here. Yeah, let's get in the Lightnings. And the P-40s are in the area. Let's see if we can... there they are, right in front of us. Alright, let's mix this up. Okay, there were a few more than I expected. I think there were probably 4 or 5 fighters, but we handled it with all of the P-40s and P-38s around. They were able to handle it. Let's take a look at the report. Yeah, we didn't lose anything. They lost 3 aircraft. Well, that's to be expected, to be honest. Okay, it is almost 6 p.m. on September 8th. And what I think I'll do is let it run until the next morning, at least, and then maybe let's see what it is, what's happening at that point. All right, we have another encounter. This one is with Task Force 3. We do have some Wildcats up, but I think they're a little too far away. We'll go ahead and launch some from the Saratoga, and since it's so late, we might as well launch them all. We're going to launch all 27 Wildcats. They think they can come in here and stir some shit up with us? Nah, I don't think so. Here, deal with those. Begin. Okay. Where are we? Alright, they're behind us. Wildcats are turning to engage. What do we have here? Bunch of float planes. Yeah. We have 6 of them, though. This should be interesting. Look at all these Wildcats coming. I think we're done again. We'll check the report. We lost 1 Wildcat. We saw it go down, and they lost 6 of those float planes. We're done. Let's retreat. They had no shot, no chance whatsoever. All right. Again, almost 6 p.m., and we'll continue and see what else happens this day. Looks like Task Force 1 is still chugging its way back to New Hebrides. Should be there by the night. Task Force 1 has finally made it back to New Hebrides, and we are going to release the Pensacola. I'm going to take a look real quick and see how the Pensacola... Let's pause and see how the Pensacola looks. This is her damage. She has 2 flooded compartments, and really that's about it. Moderate damage, minor flooding. Her speed is reduced to 76%. I might go ahead and release her. I wonder if any of the others... I don't think any of the others... Let's look at a report here. Heavy damage in the Philadelphia and the Portland. Let's take a look. Philadelphia... Well, I'm not sure I see the damage. And the Portland? Well, maybe it was heavily damaged, but its speed isn't reduced that much. Same here. Heavy damage. No flooding, didn't affect it, so, well, they're going to stay here. So let's just remove the Pensacola. I mean, I could leave the Pensacola here. What other heavy cruisers do we have that we can get right away? So, we don't have any Portlands. We already purchased them all. It's going to be either a Northampton or a New Orleans class. Northampton doesn't look like it has any rear-facing anti-aircraft. I can't get the Portlands because I already, I already got the 2 available. New Orleans class, which one has the best armor? 5-inch belt armor, 2.2-inch deck, 5-inch magazine. So 2.25. Yeah, we're going to go with the New Orleans class. It has much better armor, better anti-aircraft, I think. I feel. So, let's see. Let's go with one of those. New Orleans class. We'll go ahead and get the New Orleans, I guess. That's 22 command points. And we have 30. We could probably get another light cruiser. Maybe not. No, we can get a destroyer. Actually, we need 1 extra command point, so we're not going to get that. We'll just get the New Orleans for now. And done. And then we will... On Task Force 1, we'll have the Pensacola, that's the one with the 11 damaged compartments. We'll have it, where is it? Release repair, the Pensacola. Let's see, the New Orleans, let's see, can we add it to... Nah, it went, well, we'll have them leave. Let's have it split group and then head over this way. Task Force 1 needs to rearm. Rearm ships. All ships rearmed. And then we will have it move out this way. They will combine forces. They will merge when they get out here, and that's it for now. Again, it's what time is it? 8:18 p.m. So let's continue on with what we're doing. Well, here we are, September 9th, early morning, 5:01 a.m. Search aircraft are up. These are the positions of the task forces headed to Rental Island. How long is it going to take to get there? About 12 hours, so we should be there at the end of the day. And here's Kingfish on its way up to its patrol sector. We still have Task Force 2 and 3 just sitting here in the New Georgia Sound. Here's Task Force 1. Now I am missing a ship here. This is one of the... I believe it was a destroyer. Let's see, we got heavy cruiser, light cruiser, heavy cruiser, destroyer. Now we have 2 destroyers here. It was a light cruiser that we need because we had one sink over here in this battle. So what I might do is steal one from... Nah, we'll just have Task Force 1 operate without one. And as soon as we get more command points, our weekly command points, we'll get another light cruiser and send it up to join Task Force 1. For now, she'll run a little underpowered until we can get that light cruiser replaced. I don't think I want to take one from Task Force 2 or 3. So that's the situation. That's what's happening right now. Still waiting on command points. Don't have them yet. Task Force 1 on its way. Kingfish on its way. And I think as soon as these task forces get here, we can finally make this a level 3 port at Rental Island. That's probably going to happen on the next episode. And then as soon as that happens, we get more of our command points. We'll start another push up the Soloman Island chain. That's it for this episode. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time.